And we are live. Wow, yeah, this is interesting. But welcome back to Caffeinated Arcade. We are streaming Adventures in Allen, our D&D 5e campaign that's set in our homebrew world, and it's been an interesting couple of sessions. So last time, the party was able to rescue an archfey from a well, but then about 2 seconds later pissed her off and almost got smited and had to very, very quickly flee an island and accidentally stole a pirate ship. I'm not sure if it was an accident or
we
not.
borrowed it.
And then made their way to essentially another country on the continent of Brista, known as the Belrose Dynasty. They're making their way towards the city of Palumrock, also known as the City of Thieves. But last time we left off, the party had dealt with a pretty nasty storm, so there's some leaking in their newly stolen vessel, and there seemed to be a ship that was following behind, and due to a perception check, the flags on the ship seemed to match up with that of the Belrose Dynasty. So, is there anything you would like to do before this ship catches up with you? Because they are definitely faster.
Only because they know what they're doing.
And they're not
the cannons.
half submerged in water.
Out the cannons.
Maybe we should
give them the broadside.
No. Let's just take the other ship. Put up a flag of like, help us.
That won't stop them. They can't read. They're sailors.
No, don't. Isn't there like a white flag or something that we can put up to like help us?
Then they'll just think we're French, and then they'll really shoot us.
No, that's true.
I am not apologizing.
So.
But yeah, I'm out of ideas. So if anyone has any ideas, please go ahead.
We could turn the boat around, put it toward the enemy boat, and then sneakily fly to the dock, depending on how far it is.
Can we see the dock yet?
As a kind of almost, I'm trying to think of how to word it, on the edge of the horizon, but you get the sense that it's still probably miles away.
Oh, I'm not saying I disagree with this idea, but how are we going to fly there?
I thought only one of us could fly and one of us can swim.
Yeah, so maybe?
Maybe we hide below deck, let them think
Derek?
it's deserted, and let them tow it into harbour.
Oh wait,
That sounds like a better plan.
We can squeeze people in some bags of holdings.
Or that.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
For one person to carry everyone else, and you have at least 2 minutes of air, I think.
10 minutes of air total in the bag, so divided by how many people you've got per bag gives you your total amount per person.
Wonderful. So that sounds... Yeah, that might work.
In alternatively, we could also
So maybe...
Yep, go on.
I was gonna say, you could go underwater and go below deck and go in like the water part of the deck, and a couple of us could be hiding.
Yeah, we can cast like silent image and minor illusion to kind of like just blend into a wall. They'll never see us.
Again, alternative, we could also just, see what they want.
Well, we are the enemy. Are we flying the Are we flying the enemy country's flag?
I don't think we are flying a flag, actually.
Make a history
Presumably
check.
we're just fly-
Anyone who wants to.
I assume we're just flying whatever flag the pirates already had up there, and yes, I will definitely take that check.
Yeah, I thought we were flying.
Oh, baby!
Nice.
Not
I like your 24.
That's
So
a flat 10.
we'll go with Derek and Tom. You distinctly
We're
remember
buddies.
the pirates talking about having frequent business in Plume Rock, and you know the Silver Eyes must be welcome in some way. So you're currently flying the banner of the Silver Eyes Pirate Guild.
In which case, why don't you boys go hide and the girls can stay up on deck and be like, yeah, because all the pirates were women, right?
On one hand, very good idea, actually. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure Mel is, like, wanted in this part of the world.
Yeah, they might recognize her. She's dynasty.
How many
royalty.
people have disguised self?
Mel says, I can disguise myself.
Okay,
Yeah, and you
Tom,
ha-
I
and
think
we
you
have-
can.
And we have silent illusion, so as long as you stay silent, you can.
I also think it doesn't move, but I hear what you're saying. I have proficiency with the disguise kit. I don't think I still have the disguise self spell.
Tom, I can't believe I'm saying this, but make me a woman.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but somebody tie me up.
Right. That'll
We're
work.
not-
we know you
We're
like
not-
being tied up. We've heard.
You've been
just the
whipped
fact we're
before
not-
too.
We're not
Yes,
going to
is it-
trick anyone into thinking Sunnivi is a woman, so, tie me up.
I
At least make
mean,
it look...
How many
Ignore it.
lizard folk have they seen?
and how many lizard folk have external genitalia?
Let's not get into this discussion again.
My
I
point is, it's not you're not a mammal, so you wouldn't have breasts. That's not how female lizard folk would
I
look,
mean, we
presumably.
don't know that.
Did your mom had boobs?
I've played Skyrim.
I mean, that's true. Tom, make a memory check. Did Sunivi's mom have boobs?
I have advantage on memory about boobs.
Oh, yeah.
This is horrible.
But I wanna deal with Derek first before I start fantasizing against Jack. I have a question. Can't your armor make you look?
I can make my armor look like anything I want it to look like. Yes.
Okay, so all we
It's
gotta
like-
really do is like some makeup for your face.
Makeup, and I'd like you to replat my hair and beard.
Okay, I hear you.
I mean, don't dwarf... I cannot speak tonight. Don't dwarf women have beards.
It varies. They're a little sensitive about it sometimes.
So, Tom, go ahead and roll either performance or, we'll say, a dexterity check for your disguise kit.
Okay, so dexterity plus proficiency.
Yeah.
All right, so the easiest one for me to do for that is just sleight of hand.
Okay.
Are we
I'm-
sure you're not a bard?
We
Knowing
are
how to. Are we sure? Because I mean, this is very bardly technique.
No. See, I was a thief, and the whole persona of thieves is to get in and out without attracting attention, and
I mean, that's that, and also given the fact how few things he's managed to seduce, he's not a bard.
That is true.
I mean, although to be fair, he's arguing he's not a bard by saying that his main purpose was to get in and out, and I don't think that disproves anything.
It is true.
I mean, fair point.
So,
all right. Well, then my lack of success getting in and out is why I'm not a bard.
Derek, you look beautiful.
Good thing I'm resistant to fire damage because I just did a self burn.
Derek takes a moment and sort of re-summons his armor with now very obvious breast shapes in the chest plate. to try and just really he's convinced this is the way to sell this. So he's got a really overly accentuated, like almost completely ridiculous sort of this male image of what a female breastplate would look like, and it's frankly is almost perverse to look at. It's ridiculous. It's like boobs the size of his head basically on the front of this chest piece.
At least it doesn't look like a chainmail bikini top. I always hated that.
That is
character.
true.
Oh no, we save those for the summer months.
Also, out of character, have you guys like ever seen like the cartoon thing with like the female opera singer in the quote unquote Valkyrie outfit?
Oh yeah, yes.
That's basically what I'm thinking of right now.
Yes, that is exactly the picture I was trying to remember. Yes.
That is amazing. So,
Okay, you're beautiful.
Derek's all set, and the
And
ship's
I
getting
know it, honey.
really close. So, Tom, are you dressing up, or are you hiding?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
I'll use my stealth to my advantage for myself.
Okay. And
Somebody
Sunevi's
tie
tied
me
up.
up, damn it.
And we're gonna tie up Sunevi. So there's probably like a jail cell, some type of brig.
You don't need
Well-
that, just, tie that on the deck.
I had Derek tied to the mast when we were setting sail because he was all frozen and everything, and I didn't want his frozen body flying off the deck.
It's
mean-
weird to think about. I'd never been so hard.
Oh my gosh.
God.
So, Mel suddenly turns into, instead of like her normal like raven black hair, it turns into a very light blonde color, and she kind of switches up some of her facial features to be less sharp.
All right, I'm gonna loan Ryland, Hawk's fan, to provide help as like a fake parrot on the shoulder. So it's a mini Hydra, but you're gonna pretend it's your pet parrot to hopefully help you pass as a pirate captain. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay, so I take care of Tox, and I give her my pet. I'm gonna go hide.
Hide in the captain's quarters, so you're like right on the main deck, off the main deck.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay. And with that, you notice several sailors, their ship pulling up right next to the stolen Silver Eyes sea vessel, and they make their way on board, of course without asking, and you see the leader seems to be some sort of dwarf, and has a very long red beard, and he's just looking around. And who's making themselves the most obvious?
I guess Ryland is. You are?
I mean, probably either Ryland or me, since I am tied to the mast. And I'm a
Okay.
lizard. So, yeah. Unless Derek wants to really pull this whole female draw thing off, in which case, be my guest.
I'm waiting for the opportune moment, don't you worry.
Sounds good.
Flirt with the dwarven captain. Flirt with the dwarven captain.
So
Yeah, in that case, either me or Ryland, I suppose.
okay, so the captain makes his way over and just says, "Good afternoon. This isn't anything too major. We're just looking for some documentation and just looking to see where you're planning on docking. It seems like you're making your way towards Plume Rock, but with everything going on and the fact that you're coming from the east, we just want to check to make sure there's no Alliance traders on board."
Alliance traders? No, no, no. We got this one who snuck aboard our ship, and now we are kind of now we have a little problem with the now we have a little problem with the ship because some damage was done during the storm.
Yeah, that was a ghastly storm last evening. Go to make a deception check.
Hopefully with advantage from Tox.
I'll give it to you from a combination of using the silver eyes and oh, thank goodness.
I'm
so
glad
glad
I
I
did. I'm so glad I had an advantage on that because the first one was a 4.
Tox is my baby, and deception is something I'm good at. So, you know.
Whew.
Whew.
Clearly, it's not something I'm good at because I'm like, it sounded good in my head. I'm just not very good at the.
So the captain
That's
says,
okay. If it had been me, I would have failed. So don't worry about it.
he seems to relax a little bit and says, we're just gonna do a routine inspection, then should be out of your hair sooner or later. Do you have any documentation to enter the dynasty? That will speed up the process.
Documentation. I don't remember where the captain put. Captain, where did you leave the documentation? And I turned to Derek.
Oh Jesus! I thought you were the captain.
I thought she was a
All
captain.
right.
In between your
All right,
boobs.
I can be.
There
It's fine. It's fine.
Did the documentation get soaked during the storm? I know that we lost a lot of people and everything during the storm.
Oh well, I think we'll have to check. Tell me, Captain.
My name's Dan.
Captain Dan, very dashing beard, by the way. Tell me, could you possibly help me in my cabin? I think it must be in there somewhere. I just can't find it.
Make a deception check.
my gosh.
This sounds more like persuasion.
I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, ooh.
Okay.
Better than I was concerned it was going to be.
So, I just love the fact that the people with 0 and -1 deceptions are doing this and somehow succeeding.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's
amazing to
hilarious.
me.
Oh yeah, I feel so good right now.
Poor Tom.
The gods will it.
So the captain looks around and just says, he doesn't seem like flattered in any way. He seems to be just wanting to get this business done and over with so they can get back to their ship. But he starts looking around and says, yes, I suppose. Some of you stay here. And kind of points back to a couple of the other sailors.
Right this way, Captain. Don't worry, boys. I'll bring him back in a little while.
So the captain goes with Derek. Somewhat
So let's go for a little stroll
frightened.
first, Captain. Tell me, how long have you been sailing these waters? I've not seen you before. I'm happy to fade to black. So my suggestion was, what I'm intending to do there is basically I want to try and give Tom a bit of time to try and forge some documentation for us.
Ooh, okay.
The only issue with this is I don't know that you need them.
Well, where were you when you did you just go invisible on the deck, or did you hide somewhere? I missed what you said you
Told me
did.
to hide in the captain's quarters so that I'm close but not
Okay.
far.
Yeah.
In which case, I guess what I'll do is, as I'm walking Captain Dan away for our little stroll around the ship, I'll try and sort of very obviously say to Ryland, just have a last look in the cabin in case you can find them, but I'm sure Captain Dan will help me very shortly.
Aye, Captain. and I'm like going for documents real quick. Do we know what these documents are supposed to look like by any weird chance?
Well, Mel should.
Mel does. So she is able to help. So she's just kind of casually walking wherever you need her, but with how like nervous and shy she kind of is, she's just kind of like
Damn it, Mel.
You there. Go and help the bosun get my cabin ready for Captain Dan. I swear, we need to put a bell on that girl. You can never hear where she is.
Why does a cat that one? Strange. Cats don't like water usually.
Mel like gives the death glare and then goes to find Tom, right? Is that what you're hinting towards?
It's a good
Okay.
plan. I just can't.
I'm trying to engineer it so that all the relevant players can all be in the right place at the right time to try and create some documentation while I try and distract Dan with my tales of the sea and, oh, tell me more about your ship and, oh, what a wonderful experience you must have.
And Mel rolled pretty high on her insight, so she is like, oh, gotcha, and walks away towards Tom. So she, actually, Tom, if you can roll your stealth check since you're hiding, just to see how that goes with the others on board.
I'm hidden like under.
Oh yeah, you're
He
totally
has
fine.
become the air itself.
Yeah, so Mel goes, Tom, where are you?
Yes.
I need you to forge some documents, pretending that we're allowed to go in the dynasty. And just for brevity's sake, she will give you advantage by telling you what they should look like.
Lovely. So I'm gonna do another sleight of hand with advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I am proficient in forgery kit.
Okay. On A13, Mel's like, it's not great, but it should do.
Yeah, we're pirates. We don't know how to read.
So she takes them back, and then where are you at this point, Derek?
So at this point, I think Captain Dan is standing at we're standing at the prow of the ship. It's almost like a Titanic moment, except if one of the two, Captain Dan, were stuck in front as Rose very uncomfortably, while Darika, I don't know, whatever Derek's feminine form's name is basically sort of almost pressing him up towards the bow, sort of like, oh, Captain, oh, it's so wonderful to be out on the sea with a man off the sea. Oh,
And he
hold on,
looks so uncomfortable.
oh yeah, I hamming it up completely to try and just freak him out. So all he wants to do is just get off the ship, and he just doesn't care. He just wants to get out.
That's fair. So at this point,
Tell me, Captain, have you been in many fights? Oh, I love a man who can handle a blade.
Mel just says, Captain Darika?
Yes, what is it?
Here are your documents.
Oh,
Ma'am.
well, thank you. Away with you now. Oh, now, Captain Dan, I hope that all is in order so that we can have some more time together once your business is over.
Sorry to interrupt, Captain, but do we have is there any way that we could get some help with the ship into port? We sustained some heavy damage.
So the captain just says, let me check out your documentation first, but I'm sure we can make that happen. Anything to get out of here quickly. So let me roll real quick to see. Sorry. He's just like looks at it and goes, yep, looks good. And then hands it back to you. He rolled so badly. And, yeah, you have your documentation back. He seems to have accepted it and just says, I don't know how much we can do for you, but we'll try our best.
Thank you so much for the assistance.
I mean, if you're heading back to port anyway, Captain Dan, you could always maybe tow us in. Oh, then we could have some shore leave together.
Make a persuasion
I bet you know
check.
all the best little joints for us to go to.
He's just like, we will make sure you arrive safely, but no to the rest of that. Absolutely not. And he's like taking like a solid like 5 feet back.
Oh, did you see that first, mate? Oh, I think he likes me.
And you see like a little blush behind all the red hair.
Oh, this poor man.
I feel a little bit sorry for him, but at the same time,
Or maybe this is
He's just trying to
maybe
do
this
his
is the best day of
job.
his life. This might be the best day of his life. We don't know.
maybe.
So, you guys, watch as the rest of them go back onto their vessel, kind of looking towards you, and all of the sailors are just kind of like staring wide-eyed in Derek's direction.
Yep, just as planned.
And they seem to like walk almost like backwards onto their ship, just like making sure not to take their eyes off. They seem suspicious, but don't act on it. Now who's the bard?
Missed my
Well,
calling,
it was like-
clearly.
Just for the sake of the bit, like all that like backing off, just in case any of them do happen to notice anything, or like sort of snap out at anyone who comes too close. Just so they can't really have time to actually think about it too much.
That's fair. So
case.
they head back onto their vessel, and you see as they kind of make their way almost in front of your ship, and at this point a lot of parts of the boat, especially like underneath, are kind of like beginning to flood with water. So like you said earlier, it's almost like a Jack Sparrow sort of deal, just awkwardly like trying to stay towards the highest point of the ship. And yeah, it's an interesting sight to behold, but you...
I feel it is totally... So did you say, sorry, the ship sort of is sinking as we're heading towards harbour?
Yes.
Awesome. So are Captain Dan and the others still somewhere vaguely near us, or is this after we've sailed off?
So this is after you've sailed off, and their
Aw.
vessel is now in front. Just
As
kind
they
of
were
carting it
disappearing.
behind.
As they were sort of beginning to move away from us, but still in earshot, Darika is clearly, she's back at the whichever side of the boat that they're on from her. And I will always love you.
That's amazing.
Like trying to do the full like Titanic moment and everything, but it's just her by herself.
That's not the Titanic song.
I know, but she's doing the moment while she's singing the song for her lost love.
I mean, well, this guy better return as a recurring character.
Oh God, please don't.
This poor guy is gonna end up. We're gonna have to see this guy in therapy later, I'm sure.
I mean, hey, it could have been worse. What if he'd gone for it?
Oh dear.
Then it would have been really awkward for the guy under the bed.
Would he? Which one would have been the most awkward? Because there would have been. Yeah, there would have been just way. That would have been way. A very interesting sausage party.
A whole new meaning to a surprise round.
I mean, that's
Either
one of
way.
those that's one of those jokes about dwarves, isn't it? Sort of, it's always a bit of potluck until you get back to the bedroom and get the armor off to find out actually who's who and who's what.
Exactly.
Exactly. Also, either way, don't rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't rock the boat. Sorry.
You're all good. So, after about another, just because it's pretty slow with them carting behind a sinking boat, about an hour later, you start to see Plume Rock more in detail. And whereas Port Belleville was more bright and sunny, and the buildings were more colorful and unified in nature, this area seems to be a little bit more cloudy, and despite all the clouds and grayness to the skies, it's also humid, so it's a little uncomfortable for most of you, especially those who live further north on the continent of Bresta. But then you begin to notice the city and kind of take in some of the landscape of it. And it seems very mismatched. So you see a variety of like banners and flags, but they're in different sections. And none of them are unified. It's almost like there are different sections of the city that have become like their own segments or little towns. So it doesn't seem as put together as Port Belleville. It just seems a little mismatched and pretty unstructured in its appearance. But without really asking which part of the docks to take you, you end up in the center dock area. And as you're kind of going by, actually, if everyone can give me a perception check.
I've had worse.
Solid.
I think you did the wrong one, Ryland.
My screen jumped on me. There we go.
It's a good thing it did.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like the 18 much better than I like the 6.
So, we'll go with Tom on this one. But you notice that you're kind of paranoid and keeping an eye out for dynasty ships. And you see that a lot of them are kind of congregated to one side of the docks, and it seems to be the eastern side. So you pass that first before going to more of like the central part of the city.
I love how she says it that we do it on purpose. It's sort of more of a happy accident.
What, we're getting all Bob Ross now? Happy accidents.
Happy accident.
So at first you're like, oh no, are they gonna take us where the rest of the dynasty ships are? Oh god. And then you see them like pass by and you're like, okay. Phew.
I feel like this entire campaign is just like happy accidents just happening over and over.
That's the best games.
Exactly.
It's always more fun when things go horribly wrong and not at all to plan, but you still somehow get things done.
Exactly.
Those are my favorite.
Should we did? Yeah, but apparently not.
So, now your vessel is docked in Plume Rock, but compared to the other ships around, it's like so sketchy because it's like half submerged in water, and all of you guys are like kind of huddling towards the top, just trying to stay out of the water, and all of the other
No, I'm flying for sure.
nice. All of the other guilds are just kind of staring at the spectacle. And without a word, the other ship with Captain Dan and the other sailors. They seem to have some guards stay behind for their vessel, but Captain Dan like runs as far away as he possibly can and very fast.
I'll see you later, honey.
Why are you in this outfit, Derek? Eureka.
You know, Derek. As I said before, I am authorized to do bonding ceremonies if thanks to that guy.
Let's just get away from all these people watching so I can get back in my normal clothes.
You're saying?
You could have done that on the boat.
On the boat while we were being followed by the people who saw me presenting female?
I mean, yeah.
And again,
I'm dedicated to the role, darling.
Glucose is below deck somewhere, gagged and bound up so that.
Well, if he's below deck, he's below water now, so.
Yeah.
I hope somebody remembered to go fish him out of the water so he didn't.
No, at
Yeah,
this
so we
point,
didn't drown.
every session he has a near-death experience.
It's true.
He's
We
gonna be
kind
the
of.
new of our group.
Oh my God! They drowned Glucose.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Poor
You
Lucas.
bastards!
You left me here to drown.
Well, you kind of deserved it. Again.
I mean, on one hand, yes. On the other hand, I did risk my life saving him, so please don't
Yeah, who's
die
fault is
already.
I know. Why do we keep risking our lives saving him?
Please survive at least one session before you die. Please.
All right,
Want
Mel,
to know the real magic trick? It's all
Well-
chronomancy. You think you did it of your own free will. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, God.
Probably. That is probably the truth.
So confusing. I want to ask Mel if she knows where we can go.
So Mel says, I've only been here once before, so I'm not entirely familiar with it. But actually, the fact that the dynasty is here at all is a little strange.
Why?
Well, do you guys know the history of Pulumrock?
No.
Not really. I think I failed history.
Well, it used to be the capital of the dynasty before the war, but it was destroyed, which is why. And she kind of points, and you see that among all the kind of mismatched buildings and different sections that don't quite fit together, you see some sections that aren't exactly rebuilt, almost like they just were like, nah. Especially like further into the city where it's just all the rubble has been cleaned away, of course, over the years, but a lot of there's like weird empty spaces where you get the sense that destroyed buildings were left under some like ruins here and there. So it's a little strange,
No.
but she continues and just says, it used to be the capital. Instead of fixing it, the dynasty chose to create Epivarma, which is further north and also further away from the Alliance's eyes.
You know, Mel, this is all fascinating stuff, but I have just one question.
Yes.
What is the capital?
A capital is like
It's when you
the
draw one
country's
of those
center.
letters, but you draw it big in a different shape. We use it when we're writing, Sunevi.
Yeah, you know all about the big D, right, Derek?
Oh, don't I just?
Mel is just like rolling her eyes.
I thought he was the big D. Anyway, she was the big. Anyway, so yes, no longer the capital, but where do we go to hide the ship?
Well,
Under the water.
If I remember correctly, and she kind of looks around and takes everything in, I think we're in the dock district, which is kind of a neutral zone. I'm not entirely sure what guilds reside here, but I do know the whole city and different sectors are controlled by different thieves guilds, so we'll just want to be careful where we step.
Ooh, I wanna look around and read anything that might be in Thieves' Cant.
Ooh, awesome.
I've never used the feature,
That's amazing.
but I do have that as a language for some reason.
Don't remind me.
So make a, let's say, investigation check.
Can I possibly assist?
Please do.
Don't you? You can take your little Hydra back for
Oh, yes.
advantage.
Thank you. Yes, Tox
So-
speaks all the languages I know.
Look,
So
over there, Tom. I think there's something over there.
We'll say Derek if you want to make a roll and point it out to Tom.
Oh, okay, sure. One moment.
that might work better.
Yeah, let's give it a go. Yeah, slightly.
Okay. So,
Not bad.
I mean, I
not-
rolled an 8, so I was saying slightly. I forgot I get +6, so much better.
Yeah, six will help.
That's amazing. So, you're not sure exactly, and you get the sense that, like, there wouldn't be just messages in plain sight, especially in a town where pretty much everyone could understand it. But, you do see that there are some, like, almost like warnings, like, graffitied on some of the buildings, just being like, let me double check one thing. Stay away, from, where was that? Sorry.
There's no arcane defiance here, right? Because I'll go medieval on their base of operation.
You're not sure, actually. But you see basically a message being like, stay to your section of the city.
How rude.
Don't go wandering or you might end up with a knife in your back, sort of thing.
Ouch.
Well, these warnings won't deter me because I can't read them.
Well, Tom, do they welcome you to their city?
Absolutely not. Everybody keep all eyes open. Let's walk as a circle and try to keep our backs to the middle of the circle.
Yeah, that won't be too obvious.
Hey, man. I'd rather spring
Why?
the trap in front of us than behind us.
Why? What's the grab?
Combat with a whole town.
I mean, I feel like we've dealt with worse
Why do you feel that way?
because we just left an island with a fey deity that almost killed us.
But we didn't have to. We don't. So we had an escape plan for that. Where would we
did.
go?
We did, and that just sort of worked out.
There was a plan?
Well, it seemed like Sadivi over here went all, I am the captain now. And, oh,
You're assuming I have a plan. I don't even know how to steer a ship.
still happening.
I was just sort of
It makes
in
it
panic
even
mode.
better. The guy who doesn't have a clue how to steer or anything about how a boat works is just like, we will take the boat.
Yep.
Listen, we got here. All credit where credit is due. It worked. But I don't think the same trick will work again.
You don't know that.
Well, our ship is kind of sunk, so we might need to find
Fine.
people who have another ship.
You watch
wood
as
floats.
it's just the crow's nest now.
Yeah,
Above
let's-
water.
Get off the boat.
Yes, that's it. Wood floats. No
And
physics.
everyone is just like pointing and laughing at all of you and the boat and being like, they won't survive a day in this town.
All right. Well, I know how we can farm some gold. Derek, go stand at the corner of the dock.
Oh my!
Poor Derek.
The name is Darika.
Darika.
So,
I'll cast an illusion of protection.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. I have little restoration.
There we go.
Jesus.
Actually, no, that doesn't work.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
your
it
business plan needs some work.
We don't have a plan. That's what we just established.
I do also have protection from evil and good. If you think that'll help.
Well, given our current history, it probably couldn't hurt.
What time is it? About?
We need
It's-
to find lodging eventually too.
Why did we go here again?
We're
We
trying to
were
trace the Archmage.
Yeah, the Archmage was gonna come here and then probably get sent to prison. So we needed a prison boat, and we weren't gonna find a Dynasty prison boat in Port Belleville. And I'm pretty sure the pirates would have just taken us here. But again,
somebody decided to burn the spell book of
well, that was the start of our troubles. That wasn't the last straw.
We got here. Just had a few extra steps.
I'm sure the pirates may have taken us here. I don't know. I don't remember why we stole the pirate ship. We didn't just ask them to take us.
This was a comedy of errors. We just followed Stevie. It was like I remember very distinctly. He said, "Shut up, get on the boat." And that was
Okay.
it.
I did.
Okay.
But to be fair, we were told by an evil well, not evil, by a fate deity to get the fuck off my island.
He did say that.
Yep.
I think those
And I-
exact words.
And
I
we
think
got
that's
the
where
fuck
her
off our
exact-
island.
Without passing go, no stops, nothing. We just like ran for the nearest boat. Yeah.
Right, but we didn't have to
Exactly.
take the boat. We could have just gotten on the boat. We would no longer have been on the island.
Yeah, well, I think some of us may have been just a little terrified of her.
All right. Well,
What you
that's happened.
investigating?
I mean, that's fair. She kind of did cast immolition on one of your party members.
And we decided to, again, we're not sure why we saved him. Probably because it's you dance with the, you leave with everybody you came with, you know?
Yeah, no, we did that. I'm just everybody's asking how this happened and why we're here.
Oh,
That's what happened, and that's why we're
how
here.
it happened. I'm just asking, like, why did we go here again?
What happened is one of the
following
two
the
voices
trail.
of reason got petrified, and the other one couldn't hold back the crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Christian, am I one of the voices of reason? Because if so, that is
Of course you are, Sunevi dear.
Yeah, that's why they
That-
voted for you back in
that-
this one.
says a lot about this party.
Anyway,
where we're going.
let's get away from all these sailors so I can change.
I think you're missing out a golden opportunity to start stripping right here.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I don't regret my life decisions one bit.
Are you sure you don't?
Make a
I'll check with Saint Nightingale.
make a performance check.
Oh, baby.
Wait. I don't have guidance. How can I help you?
I got guidance. I can help.
This is the worst thing
Guys,
we give guidance
I've
for.
got guidance. I will guidance myself. It's fine. Oh, boy. Right, let's add a d4 to this. So what was it? Performance. Hey. Good old -1 charisma. Here we go. Oh,
I'm gonna throw some coin. I'm gonna throw some coins at you.
Throw some coins to your Witcher. So I'm not a Witcher. I am a crazy dwarf in armor. So that is an 11.
Okay. Most people are staying very far away from your party.
I
Like,
don't know
Guys,
what.
look. We've got space to move. They're giving us room.
it's a pretty crowded
Come on, some of us
city,
are not near
too.
us.
So, the fact that you have that much
That's
space speaks
I mean,
volumes.
come on.
Probably not a
It's a-
good sign.
It's a big town. Somebody's gotta be into this.
This.
You have one fan.
Not exactly, Sunivi.
I'm curious, Mel's reaction to stripping Derek.
She is also like staying far away, but realizing
Derek
that
is
she
not
probably shouldn't venture too far, so she's like conflicted.
I'll like grab her wrist and just drag her back into the pile. You us. If we have to suffer, so do you.
I'm sorry.
I'm not stripping. He suggested. I didn't say I was doing it.
Oh, well, then I take my coins back.
So, where would you guys, what would you look for exactly?
Is there? I'd be looking for like an inn or like a tavern or something, like someplace to like get a room for the night.
Yeah.
Have you been in this city before, Mel? Is there anywhere that you trust to stay safely?
She just goes, "Oh, saints, no. We'll have to
Well then.
try our best and make sure to take watches." And she just gives like a really fake smile.
Well, I know one place we could rest that's safe. We just have to track down where Captain Dan is staying, and I can scare him out of the room.
So, if I could
Alright,
get
I'm
a
gonna go
perception
up to
check
the
from
town
everyone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go for it.
I was gonna look for somebody. So if this is somebody on their way to me, all the better.
Okay.
20.
Oh yeah.
Oh, baby.
You guys, Derek, you're distracted by things. So Sunivi, Tom, and Ryland. It's not too difficult, and also, kind of asking around. You see that everyone, who's like, you ask like a human, male for directions to like a tavern, and you notice that he's grabbing onto like a pocket and trying to keep it secure as he's talking to you, and he just says, "It's over that way," and points kind of in a northwestern direction, and kind of scuttles and hurries away.
Thank you.
Doesn't seem to be too friendly, though.
What a nice fella.
But,
It's,
go for it.
what's the?
Oh, you're cutting out.
I was just what's the place called?
So, you get a little closer, and you see, a very, rough, and definitely not damaged, but just run down looking tavern. And it's called the Dreary Inn.
Yeah, that tracks.
Dirty hole.
Do you go inside?
Absolutely.
And
It's fine. We'll be the life of this party, darling.
so, as you're walking inside, you would also have a little closer view on other sections of the city. So, you get the sense that this is one kind of neutral district, but you also see some gates with guards leading into other sections, and they seem to be belonging to different guilds, but they kind of eye you as you pass and relax a little bit once they see that you're going into the tavern and not trying to get into any of their sections. But you walk inside, and the name kind of fits. There's ale staining the floorboards. It smells really bad. It smells a little bit like moldy ale, and also fish from being a port city. And you see kind of like a grumpy, we'll say, orc gentleman behind the counter.
You there, good sir.
What do you want?
Flagging off. Just something strong.
He passes you just this kind of like gray sludge that you're not really sure what it is. And says, I'll be 2 copper.
Just a second. Buttons up. Do I need to roll anything for...
Definitely
Helping calm the gray
Constitution, because it's sludgy. Very
Oh,
gross.
That didn't sit well with me. Let me see if I can do anything about this.
Yeah. You're used to eating about
Oh,
anything as a wizard folk, including humans, apparently. But this, for some reason, kind of gets to you, and the booze starts to settle in, and you feel a little woozy.
Good stuff. I give him free cover just because.
Nice. And he accepts it and just kind of like grunts and goes back to basically doing nothing and just staring off into space. And you notice the glasses that he's using for the ale and any drinks are kind of spotted and dirty, so they look like they haven't been really cleaned in a while.
You guys should try this. It's really good.
No, thank you.
Weak.
I only trust and I'm gonna whisper this, Crestborn Ale.
Why? What's so good about Crestborn Ale?
You know how there, well, if you're not from there, you might not know, but you know how New York water is different and better than any other water?
Oh.
Well, well, I can't explain it, but any listeners now or in the future that live in New York know that New York water is better and different than any other water in the world.
I mean, I'll take mineral water over New York water, but whatever floats your boat.
Well, again,
It doesn't float your boat.
No, but our boat's very much sunk, but that's besides the point.
I'm pretending Crestborn is New York, and I'm just not going to drink New Jersey water. I'm just not.
That's fair.
That's amazing. So, let's see here. Going to the tavern. Music. Okay. So, does anyone else order anything?
Derek is just going to find the restrooms, whether they are an outhouse or whether they are inside.
For this one, it would be an outhouse.
That is even better. Derek's going to divert there while the rest of the party head inside, so that no one inside has seen him in his female guise.
That sounds good.
It's brilliant. Like steps in, sort of looking like a woman. Door closes. There's like a brief sort of flash, double flash of magic from inside, and he steps back out again in like his normal clothes. It's like, you know, the Superman change, clothing change, but inside a toilet. And just comes out looking male with like some smears of makeup still on his face. He's like rubbing off as he walks through the door of the inn. So, what are we drinking?
Great Lodge.
Is there any other
Sounds
like
unique.
here?
is there is there anything else to drink other than the gray sludge?
The orc just kind of like shrugs and just says, "We have ale."
I'm
I-
gonna
Two
say-
ales then.
Yeah,
I'm asking
my
if there's other people here.
So, the orc passes you cups of ale, and strangely, they look like specks of dirt have made their way into the glasses somehow. So it's almost like coffee grounds, but it's in an ale, so it's a little bit more concerning. And it's so
I've
gross.
seen this with some of our more out there brews. You just have to leave it to settle for a while. Don't drink the sediment.
And then Tom, you look around.
Like a Guinness.
And you do see other patrons. It seems that since this is some sort of like neutral area, there are groups of people that like stick together and seem to be talking and hushed voices. It reminds you in Crestborn just kind of the way some of the thieves guilds. In Crestborn it was more underground, but here it seems to be a little bit more open, doing their recruiting and talking business.
Perfect. All right. So before Derek gets too sloshed on Mold of the Earth Ale, I would like to ask for some guidance.
Certainly, I'll just sort of slap him on the shoulder while I'm slowly sipping my way through this this delicious ale. Can
Fair.
taste the vitamin.
Enjoy. All right, so I want to borrow Tox Fan's advantage. I want for him to use his blind sight feature. Well, he's the poisonous snake familiar. I want to use blind sight. I'm looking for what was her name? Ashwin. She said that she got her tattoo in Palumrock. So I'm using guidance, investigation, and advantage to try to find if anyone has a similar style or the exact same tattoo.
Ooh, a very good call. Yeah, go ahead and make we'll say investigation. Because
Right,
you're looking
okay.
for a specific thing.
I am.
Nice, okay.
For the total 320.
Awesome. So on the dirty 20, you look around the room and trying to focus in on individuals who might have a similar tattoo. There are a lot of tattoos in the tavern, but on that check, you see a half elven woman talking with just a couple individuals in a corner, and she seems to have the most tattoos out of the group of three, and they definitely kind of mimic the same ones that Ashwin had. So they're in addition to some like intricate spirals and designs, you see a moon shape on her arm.
All right. Let me talk to Mel real quick. Mel,
Yes.
I've been trying to get my hands on some magical embodiment tattoos, and we got a little interrupted, sidetracked. I was gonna ask Ashwin. She sent us to Bloomrock, and I see this half-elven lady. She seems to have a similar design tattoo. Is this a terrible idea or just a bad idea? If I could schmooze her a little bit.
Remind me of what Ashwin said.
Well, she had all kinds of tattoos, and she was a self-proclaimed queen of necromancy. So when I gave her the spell book, she was in a good enough mood to to tell me about her tattoo, something about a moon shroud in Palumrock. So seeing a moonish tattoo on this other lady makes me think I can pull the thread to maybe what I'm looking for.
Let me roll a history check for Mel real quick. Ooh, that's really good. Okay. So she just says, it should be safe enough. I would just keep in mind that a moon shroud, if I remember correctly, they're pretty religious for a thieves guild. They worship the saint Mona.
Mona. Alright. Moon Shroud. Thieves Guild. Worship. What was it?
Mona, so it's Mona.
Alright. Time to worship another god. Alright. So.
You're welcome.
Alright. Let's let's throw caution to the wind. What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to casually saunter over to... I'm going to say thanks, Mel. And I'm going to walk over to half-elf lady.
Okay. So, you see she's lightly sipping on an ale. Seems a little bit more formal and put off by the taste than some of the other compatriots. And as you walk up, you hear, yes, the Moon Shroud has a lot to offer. It can be a mutually beneficial arrangement. And then notices you and says, "Can I help you? Are you used to prying in on a private conversation?"
I just couldn't help myself when I noticed your aura, and I had to come by.
Make a persuasion check.
That is so bad. That
you I
was
wasn't a bard.
horrible.
I'm not a bard. Persuasion. Okay.
You could have done a much better line than that.
That was horrible.
I'm not trying to hit on her.
You said she was half elven, didn't you, Caffeine?
Yes.
Hey, baby, looks like you got some human in you. How about some tiefling?
Oh gosh.
So, on a 10, she just says, "Why don't you buzz off and just go anywhere else but here?"
Well, I do have other skills that would be better than my unnatural charisma, and I don't know, I can flourish like a prestidigitation flame thing. I don't know, show off a little.
She
Perhaps the Mona god would appreciate it more than you would. I don't know.
She like
A lot.
squints her eyes in your direction and just says, "What do you want?"
Well, as I said, I noticed your ink, and I've been looking for something like that to bolster my abilities, and I'll keep on juggling fireballs for shits and giggles. Huh?
Make one more persuasion check.
Gosh.
And here we see the mating dance of the lesser spotted rogue. This horned specimen is trying to impress the female with his magical capabilities.
Maybe I'm going about this wrong. Is there anything you're looking for that maybe I could help with?
So going to have the weirdest mating rituals.
I'll still need the persuasion check just to see if she tells you anything. That's
That's
much
You've
better.
seen nothing yet.
There we
There we
go.
go.
So
You wait
she
till we
just
get to
says,
Okristan. You'll see dwarven women in action.
Ooh. Interesting.
You need a special helmet. Don't ask.
Oh, okay, we going cave diving or something?
Like I say, mating rituals. Weird but interesting.
And so she says, well, as off-putting as you are, our
that a
guild
lot.
could use magic users, if that's indeed what you are. Yeah, we just need people to do work for us. Prove their loyalty first. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? We don't offer the tattoos, but to those who have proven themselves in some way. Tattoos are a show of loyalty and commitment to the guild.
I'm sure. I mean, if I had some, traitors to the dynasty, I'd be sure to hand them right over to you. But, I'll do what I can. What do you have in mind?
The dynasty?
Yeah, isn't that where we are?
And she just says, if you're in line with them, then we have no room to talk.
No. Just, I'm not really from around here. I thought that everybody hated them.
Plume Rock is not aligned with either of the nations, so it's not aligned with the Belrose dynasty. It's not aligned with the Alliance. It's kind of become, after the war, when the dynasty abandoned it, more neutral territory, and the Thieves Guilds took it over. So
would my work increase your standing among the other Thieves Guilds?
depends. Who do you normally work for?
Normally, I work with the Devil in the Sheets. We've been hustling and bustling to push out the Arcane Defiance into non-existence.
So she just says, I've never heard of any of those names before. Are your friends useful too? I'm kind of pointing in the direction of everyone else.
They can be, but I don't know if their, let's say, moral hang-ups might prevent them from doing what needs to be done all the time.
I am so glad I changed out of female form before I came in here. Otherwise, I'd be like, "Are your friends useful too?" It's like Derek there, looking just ridiculous.
I see no issues here.
If they have a problem doing what needs to be done, maybe check out the Masked Requiem. They tend to take in traitors and those with questionable alliances, and tend to give the people benefit of the doubt.
All right, I'll come back with a better offer for you. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Make let's see. Actually, let me roll something for her. She just says, I'd be interested in learning who your friends are, but no promises about being let into the guild.
Understood. This is a casual introduction. I can tell great power when I see it. Oh, couldn't resist.
She seems like a tough crowd, but
really, everybody's a tough crowd.
And let's see here. So, do you go get the rest of the group, or do you
Yeah.
talk to them
Yeah.
first?
I'll,
Okay.
I'll see how drunk they are. Maybe they're more likely to help. What was the other guild she mentioned?
She also mentioned the Masked Requiem.
Masked Requiem. Okay. So, guys, couple things. And I guess I'm talking more to Mel because she's probably not drunk.
Not
Yeah.
drunk. I'm just.
She's not
I'm just
drinking
like,
anything.
Drunk?
Slightly buzzed.
I may have a lead on the Archmage. This half-elf lady over there said something about the Masked Requiem being more interested in like traders. So that's the guild that I think might have looser morals about who they bring and to where. But this is a very neutral town. She's a very cold person to read, but I think maybe we can get some work in with them and have some allies on this side of the continent. What do you think?
Couldn't hurt to get some more allies. We like allies.
I mean, do you think this person might know where the Archmage is?
I don't think she would know specifically, but I think she could help us infiltrate and kind of an enemy of my enemy is my friend situation. I think it's this Masked Requiem that will be people stealers.
Let's go have a talk with her, shall we?
Worth a try.
Yeah, all right. I'm sure you guys will be way more charismatic than I am anyway. So we'll saunter over, I guess.
Okay.
Or should I
Yep.
signal her to come to us?
Suniri's already up and about.
Yeah, and she's just sitting,
Yeah, I'm sure
still
you'll fall in
sipping
love
the
with
ale,
her.
and just says, "Hello."
Oh, well, greetings and good tidings.
And she just kind of nods and says, "So, you're looking for a guild?"
I'm not sure I follow. Tom said you had work for us.
To prove ourselves, yeah, to bolster our newfound friendship.
Tom, don't take this the wrong way, but like I'm already the people's representative of one town. I don't think I need this on top of that.
Exnay on the political A.
And
This is gonna go great.
she kind of just goes, "Out of curiosity, where are you all from?"
I sort of just give it like a look of, where do you think?
Underground.
Above ground, and I flap my wings.
Oh,
The woods.
I wonder where would you find lizard folk?
Oh my god, we nearly made it perfect. Underground, overground, wandering free.
It was so
Yep.
almost there.
The Wombles of Wimbledon coming our way.
And she kind of looks to make sure no one's listening in, but then says, luckily for you, Plume Rock's supposed to be neutral, but Masked Requiem tends to work with those from the Alliance. They're kind of back and forth. A little weird if you ask me, but you asked for work, and we do have that, because we have a job no one in our guild wants to take. I just talked to a couple of
Why,
people,
too
and they
hard?
rejected it. No, it's just not very fun.
I draw the line at killing kids. I don't kill kids.
Oh, don't worry. There's something beneath the Moon Shroud sector that's been causing issues for us. See, a lot of the guilds, we do some of our smuggling and trading through the sewer system. And that's not really inside information because all the guilds do it. But in our sector, there seems to be some sort of monster or just some unnatural creature that's making these horrific noises from the sewers. No one's taking the job, and it's something that has to be dealt with.
Are you sure it isn't somebody who just drank too much of that ale that he serves here?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty gross.
Isn't that bad?
So, if you're looking for some gold and to gain some favor, that would be your way in.
Could you say again? You said this masked whatever. They tend to work with people from the Alliance, as in on friendly terms.
They do. They're more of a... Well, they didn't start that way. Ever since the dynasties increased their presence, they've become more of a resistance type guild. They've strayed away from their smuggling and normal debauchery.
So, say if anyone were to, like, I don't know, bring them some important people from the Alliance. Do you think they'd help them along, or would they, you know, maybe try and free them instead?
I'm not the person to ask about that, but they do seem to be thieves with a heart of gold, and she just kind of rolls her eyes.
I was gonna say, I could hear the eye roll.
Right. Guys, I get the feeling these masked guys, they might not be the one we're after.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. But I'm curious, what's your name? I didn't ask.
Oh, I'm Onyx.
Miss Onyx, I love your ink. Where did you get it? I was looking for a competent artist to do some, because, well, we met one, but, well, he was being shut down, and anyway, it was a fiasco.
What do you mean by that? Mine turned out great.
Yeah, yours turned out great. The others, yeah. Anyway, are there a lot of artists in town?
Well, there's tattoo artists all over the place.
Yeah.
But
competent ones.
Specifically, the ones I have, well, we have an individual who works in-house and gives us more tattoos as we show more loyalty and more commitment to the guild through our actions. It's a sign of rank.
Out of character, how many tattoos does she have? Like, obviously.
She seems to be pretty well decked out with tattoos, so you get the sense that she's not doing too bad.
So she's pretty high up in the guild. Got it.
Well, Onyx, was it?
Yes.
Is that with an I or a Y?
Why?
I'm just curious.
But bump.
Oh man. Did we get tame in the 2 weeks that we've been gone?
Yes, we did.
I think we're a lot tamer right now. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, Onyx.
We really need. I know we're missing glucose. That's why we're missing jokes.
Yeah, that's probably true. Either way, yes. So Navy, so near to Mr. Lake. So yeah, You want to see? You want to see mine too? Apparently, it's very good. Like, haven't really seen it myself.
Sure. She kind of looks a little concerned.
And we all know where this is going, I suppose. As soon as we-
You're clearly gonna drop Trow, and I'm clearly gonna cast my illusion.
Why would I need to do that when I have Atlas chaps?
Are you still wearing the Atlas chaps?
Yes, I never took them off.
So she's just like, oh, saints above.
No, Saint's on his back.
Is that Saint Nightingale?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, we bumped into her a couple weeks back.
You met
She's cool.
you met Saint Nightingale?
Yep. Yes,
Well,
we did.
some of us did.
He's a little bitter. He kind of slept through it.
Well, of course our guild worships the Saint of Moonlight, but we still revere Saint Nightingale. That must be an honor.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame she's on your ass.
I mean, that's where it went. I don't know.
We
I don't
figured it
remember
made
why.
sense to put her on the dark side of the moon.
Excellent.
Indeed. Indeed.
Admit it, you missed us.
The little bit of like warm, friendly conversation you got from her just went away.
Just went won't.
I have that effect on women.
I would like to point out
But-
he does not represent the fannies.
Is it? Well,
Maybe not with that record.
the fannies are well named. Where should we go? Let's go there in the morning. We'll clear out any issues under your chapel or whatever.
Much thanks. I'll talk to the guildmaster about compensation.
Awesome. All right.
Yay!
We have a thing to do. Let's bunker down and
Let's find a room.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Onyx.
Yes, and I'll meet you here in the morning to discuss details. And she seems to like almost awkwardly wait until you leave her table and just stares all of you down.
I will be one of the first to go back towards the innkeeper.
Okay.
So you will sit by the table and just sit there with his tail swaying, expectantly.
She doesn't leave. She's stubborn.
Neither does Sunevi.
That's amazing. So it's just like a awkward stare
Just a
down.
stare down. Yep.
So Tom, you head
Alright,
back to the innkeeper.
I'm gonna send them more drinks because clearly they need it to get all the sticks out of their ass. And what do rooms cost?
The innkeeper's just like, how many rooms do you need?
2 at the most, 1 at the least.
And so many people joins the body pile.
We'll say 5 silver pieces.
Easy peasy. And I'll give him 6 so that he could get our friends drunk.
He passes out more sketchy gray sludge.
Oh, excellent. More of this.
I assume they'll hit it off. So, all right, let's go. Well, what should we do? I assume we should, but
We should probably set up a watch at night because I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this town. But then again, I have trust issues.
I'm okay with that. We could go to the rooms and start setting up, not traps, but like detection.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, I do have a single hunting trap.
I can set up traps and snares as well as some other things, I think. But
All right, so we'll home alone the place for traps, and we'll get some rest.
That sounds good. So,
I mean, out of character, whether or not I'll get any rest depends entirely on how long this person plans on staying here.
Wow.
let me roll for her stubbornness. Not one, she eventually leaves.
oh, you intimidated her.
Guess I'll have her Grace Lodge as well.
That's amazing. So, who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing's getting by me.
Okay.
Very nice.
Nothing really happens during your watch, but you do overhear some conversations by other guests staying in the inn. One of them seems to be like, so when you see those dynasty ships, yeah, they're in the Phantom Vanguard sector. I don't know what's going on, but it must be up to no good. But that's the extent of what you hear. It seems to be a pretty casual conversation. But your watch goes eventfully otherwise.
Okay.
Who would take second watch?
Hi, Valencia.
Awesome. Go give me a perception check.
And I'll do this at disadvantage because I am free Grace Lodge in at this point. Still not too bad. 13.
Nice. So, getting around the fact that the room is spinning a little bit for you, this is also a very uncomfortable atmosphere because you're used to your swamp and actually seeing quite a bit of nature as you've traveled south through Crestbourne, and then you had the wide open ocean, but you feel a little cramped in this space. But
Is that like a window I can open?
there is, but it's half busted open already, just from past guests.
I'll bust it the rest of the way open.
That's amazing. So you have that, and then the rest of your watch doesn't appear to be too eventful. Who would take watch number 3?
I'll go with Tox.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Because he's got like blind sight. I think that's one of the main reasons I picked him. But anyway.
Don't mind the broken glass.
Ah.
Nice. So, on a 13, it's just before dawn, and you hear the innkeeper kicking out drunk patrons who fell asleep on the furniture, and just hear, "Get the hell out of here! Just don't come back." And dawn begins to break, but through how dirty the windows are and how cracked they are, it's almost like fragmented through the dust and like dirt particles. But you all get your long rest, and you are level 6.
Yay!
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Level 6.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, how do you do this again? I need to.
May I request a skill swap out? Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, what would it be?
Oh, I'm proficient in acrobatics. I would love to switch that to investigation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, then
I'm
thank
cool with that. So, and just let me know if there are any other level 6 changes that you were wondering about, but we can also do that. Out
I
of
might
session.
have to do mine on. I'm gonna have to do mine out of session because I'm gonna probably go up with the druid. So
Oh, okay.
spells and fun stuff.
That's fair. So, you all awake.
So,
Oh, go for it.
I was just gonna ask, what are people going to pick?
Oh, I'm leveling up one sorcerer. I want more spells.
I'm going for druid, but I have to like look into the book because I don't remember. But it's like it's 3 and 3.
Oh, nice.
I'm a split class. Yeah.
Same. I'm 3 rogue, 3 sorcerer, 0 bard.
Are you sure?
Just for specification.
I mean, I'd love to take Bard, but with that 8 charisma I have, I don't think I'm allowed to.
You could ask the
Which is-
DM to forego ability score prerequisites.
Like, let's be
I
honest.
approved it for
the newbies-
Derek.
Yep.
It's funny because you end up being like charming more people than anybody else in the party, considering the charisma. But
Like, this is all true, but like the moment I actually start to try and play into that, we know it's not gonna work anymore.
it's so true.
That's
We're
what
like,
happened
we know
to
this
Tom.
won't work. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, just for reference, I'll take the single level in a monk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's fun.
He wants to smash things.
Indeed, and actually be sort of decent at it.
So, who would be the first to wake up? Besides for Tom, of course, who's already awake.
Yeah, I was last watch. Yeah, I'm here. Nothing got past me.
So, how many things got past you?
Oh, there's
Boy.
have like a room for the field. You know.
Yeah, you like open the car and there's just like 2 or 3
Yeah.
guys just crouched in there.
Oh yeah. Whole other families now staying in our room.
Oh well, free breakfast.
When did they get here?
I like Sanini's idea. Just eat them.
Jeez.
No trespassers. Trespassers will
awful.
be.
Trespassers, instead of the sign "trespassers will be shot," trespassers.
That's interesting. A little scared. So, the morning is yours. And the very interesting city of Plymrock.
So, how are we getting a ship to take us to the prison, or are we gonna like run away with somebody else's ship?
Well, I want to get under this chapel and get some money in our pockets.
Oh, right. We have to go do that.
we don't have
I-
to. We don't have to. I am kind of spearheading us a little bit to try to get cool stuff. So we could
Yeah.
talk a little bit this morning over coffee.
I mean, kind of feel like our top priority should be to try and, gather information about where the Archmage might be.
we need to give. We should probably find the Archmage. Aren't you worried about Mumsy?
I found my mom because I found my aunt, so I am
Mm.
not overly concerned with the headmistress that had formerly kicked me out, that I had to somewhat beg and plead to get back into her academy.
Tom, you're looking at this the wrong way. Now you know she's not your mom. Now you can date her.
Yeah, but if I try to start dating her, you're just gonna date her.
That's besides the point.
No, that is the point. I mean, if we want to do some side questing, I could solo. Hopefully.
We know you solo. We've heard.
Oh, you.
We'll try and find a random
What do you
for
think Mage Hand is for?
Oh my goodness.
Giving yourself a stranger, I see.
My charisma works on someone.
This is
And
horrible. We're back to being horrible.
See, did you miss the little kids?
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Wait, that's not hitting.
Gross.
Also, I should probably sort out some spells now that I have the chance.
Yes. There's a chance to sort out your spells.
Let me see. Where do we have protections against STDs?
Some spell
Is that cure disease? Would that count as cure disease?
It is, but like you can either cure the problem or you can just prevent it in the first place.
So, you guys are switching out spells and having some interesting, dreary inn breakfast. The porridge looks really similar to the, drink you were handed last night with the gray sludge.
Oh, excellent! I'll have 3.
I want to go after good berries instead, because I'm not sure I trust. You can have mine, Sinevi.
I want to look for whatever looks like the best coffee. It might not be in the dreary inn.
You look around, do you go outside and try to find something?
Yeah, I'm going foraging. I'm totally going foraging. I'm looking at that porridge and going, nope.
So in the dock district, you see that it's just like, I mean, there's a small market set up, so you could always try there, but other than that, there's like no other inns or taverns, at least in this district.
Well, if I don't find good coffee, I'll just skip it.
Okay. So we'll say you find mediocre coffee from the market, but it's not near as good as Crestborn coffee.
Prestidigitation. We're gonna make it work. It'll taste magnificent.
And you come back to the jury inn, and who's braving the porridge?
I am,
Nice.
of course.
That's amazing. So, what'd you
I'm
guys?
gonna good berry it.
Okay. Nice. Just creating yourself food, looking at the weird
Taking one
gray
look
sludge.
at the porridge, it goes, nope.
Mm-hmm. Just nope. And at this point, we'll say we actually wrap up there just before Onyx walks in the door to lead you to the job site.
Okay.
But
Woohoo! We get a new job site.
you guys picked up a side quest,
Woohoo!
possibly, if you agree to it.
And possibly, and hopefully, we won't have our wonderful mage decide to like blow this one up in our face too.
Come on, when did you do that last time? Oh yeah, that guy.
I
I've
feel
already,
like
I've already,
I've been after this tattoo for months at this point.
Pretty much. Yep.
Hey, this is the closest you've been.
It's true. This is true. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I just need my rolls to help me out.
So
must be a way we can prevent this from happening.
that's amazing. So we'll go ahead and say goodbye to Twitch, but thanks for watching this session of Adventures in Allen. We will be back next week, and we'll have to see how the creepy porridge sets with the party, as well as how the side quest goes with investigating the sewers for a possible monster. And we'll catch you next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.